Good evening. Hello, it's Zuri. You found Talk Yarny to me. Once again, I'll be talking yarny with you for a few minutes. I'm going to show you, well, this is my channel. My name is Zuri, like I said. I knit and I crochet and I talk about yarn, and that is about it. That's the extent of this. I will just tell you, that's a mess. I'm trying to center myself, but I also don't want to show you my room too much, though. It's not bad. That's just my bed with a couple of things on it. It's even made because my husband is a chronic bed maker. I knit, I crochet, I talk about yarn. That is the extent of what I do here for now, at least. I don't know if I'll ever add anything else, but that's what I do now. Pretty much just kind of vlog about what I've been working on, and then I start rambling about my life and other things, and then eventually I let you guys go and get my dog. It's my baby Hanny. I don't know, he's barking at his brother. Oh, because his brother was playing with a chew bone, and Hamilton is a hoarder of all the toys, but especially the bones. He hates it when my other dog Java chews on a bone. It offends him greatly. Anyway, so I got some new stuff to show you and some progress to show you. I'm gonna start with, we'll start with the new stuff first. Okay, so I teased this a little bit last time. I said I was ready to start working on my first Fair Isle sweater, and I showed you the yarn, which is this here and this here, and as you see, there is yarn attached to it, so that means I started. So this is Wool Ease in the color Pond, I think. Just kidding. Riverside. Very close. I knew it was aquatic. Riverside, and this is the color Heathers, I think. Gray Heather. Riverside and Gray Heather. Put these together to make a Fair Isle sweater. I'm using Riverside as the main color. This is the accent color that the patterning is going to be in. I am actually through with the Fair Isle part of this Fair Isle project. I was so excited. I cast this on maybe today's Wednesday the 9th, 8th. I cast this on probably I want to say last Wednesday or Thursday maybe. It is knit, and I've just been working on it because Fair Isle is not as scary as I thought it was, and it's kind of fun. So here is my yoke. I got through with the patterning, I want to say yesterday or maybe the day before, and I just got to the part where I split for the arms. Let me put because I'm in the middle of the row, let me put my needle stoppers on here before I have a tragedy. Okay, so I just this evening split for the arms, which is here, and here's my yoke. So Fair Isle, I know that some of you really experienced people are gonna immediately see the imperfections in this. You know, with Fair Isle is a stranded knitting type, and so you have what's called floats, because you carry your yarn and then you just kind of carry it along as you go, and then you switch colors as you need to. So what you have to be very careful of, especially in these longer, I would say actually the longer floats were not the problem. I think the shorter ones are, where I went, and actually those are not bad. Let me see. I don't know which ones were more of a problem for me, but you want to make sure you don't pull too tight when you're carrying your yarn across, because it's going to cause this bunching, which I think you guys can kind of see. Maybe the color camouflages it, but like here, let me find this good spot. I'll hold it up. Let me find, like here it's bunching up, kind of here, this row here, a couple places you'll see it's bunching up. I'm hoping that this is going to, because it's not too bad, I'm hoping it's going to block out. I am going to have to block this. But I got all the way through. It was a very easy graph with like 4 different motifs. You have this motif here, which is like just the alternating blocks, bars. You have like this arrow motif. You have like this these like crosses. This is supposed to be, it's not very clear, but these are like crosses, like little like Swiss crosses. And then these are just little squares, and then you go back to this motif here. According to the pattern, once I got through with this one here, this last one, I should have been at about 24 centimeters, and then I split for the arms at 29. This one for me was like 20 centimeters. So my gauge, my row gauge, I guess, is a little bit smaller. I did not swatch, of course, but that's okay. Either way, so like, here, I'll show you the picture. So I actually did print this out. So like, if you guys can see the picture here, you see like the patterning ends like right where the arms start, you know, or close to it. For me, it's going to be a little bit above, but that's okay. So anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed it though. I got through this really easily. No real issues outside of like just kind of pulling too tight. And the problem is that you can't really tell until you get past this point whether it's going to bunch up. So even though I thought I was doing really good with like not being too tight on my floats, obviously I wasn't. I mean, it was not too bad. This is the other side. This is the front. Yeah, this is the front. The other side is the back. This one actually looks a little bit bunchier, but like I said, I'm fairly certain that a lot of this is going to block out. And even if it doesn't block out, I think like as I put it on me, like as I stretch it to wear it, it'll, like when it's actually on, it won't be too bunchy. So anyway, yeah, I was racing to get to this point where I split because I'm traveling for work again next week. So I want to take this alone, but I don't want to think about it too much. So most of that right now, I'm at a point where I'm just knitting stockinette. The only thing I have to keep track of is that I am decreasing every 5 centimeters for 20 centimeters. So I should have 5 decreases and then the rest is going to be stockinette. So I do have to keep track of that. But other than that, I don't have to keep track of anything. And I know, like, I noticed when I did split for the arms, my stitch count was just a tad bit off. So I'm going to have to, like, when I put the arms back on, and even like when I do my final ribbing, I'm gonna have to like account for that and make sure that it's accounted for, or even like add a stitch or skip a decrease or something. I'll figure it out. I don't want to skip a decrease because you're decreasing on both sides, so I want the shaping to be consistent, but I'll figure it out. I just have to remember that my stitch count is a little bit off. Like I should have the front and back should be 72 stitches, and then my sleeve should be like 54 each. And I know my front is only 71 inches, and I think this armhole is only 53, but I don't know where those missing stitches are. We'll figure it out. By the time I figured it out, it was too late to really go back and reconfigure it because I had already like picked up the extra armhole stitches. And so yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm really proud of this, really happy. I only used this much of the gray heathers on this, so I have like 4.5 of these left, like including this half. So what I think I'm gonna do is that I had 6 of these total. So what I think I'm gonna do is once I finish this, I'm gonna do another sweater with this as the main color and this as the accent color. I know which one I want to do because I remember. So okay, this is called the Freya Fair Isle sweater, and it's a Hobie pattern. What I mentioned when I talked to you guys last week, I mentioned something called the Highland sweater or something along those lines, which originally was the one I wanted to do. But then I remember when I first was picking these out a few weeks ago, when I looked at it, it's not a Fair Isle pattern, it's a mosaic pattern. And mosaic, you get your patterning through you only knit with one color at a time, but you do slip stitches, and that's what gives you the patterning. Whereas this, of course, like I showed you, you do stranded knitting. Okay, so I wanted to do a stranded knitting project because I've done mosaic before. I've done a couple of mosaic projects in the past, and so that's, you know, something I've done. I wanted to try something new. But I really like the other sweater too, the Highland sweater. So I think I'm gonna do the Highland sweater in this, with this as an accent color. Which actually, I think the actual pattern that's on the like website or whatever, the example, that's the color scheme it uses. So that'd be cool anyway. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, yeah, so there's that. So I'm gonna take this with me on my trip, and that's gonna be one thing I take. Okay. The other thing that I'm probably gonna take is, so I have fluff in my mouth. Look at this, is these 3. I'm probably gonna start these before I go, but I'm gonna take these 3 beautiful Kobus in the color Lichen, right? If you know, Kobe was like, I want to say 50-50 bamboo, 49% rayon from bamboo. No, 51% cotton. Yeah, 51% cotton, 49% rayon from bamboo. So natural fibers. And what I'm going to do is I have discovered the crochet along that Mad Mimi of Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming is doing, which is called like What's in a Name crochet along, where you look on Ravelry or wherever and you find a pattern that has your name and you make it. So I was like, well, I can't do that because my name is Zuri, Z-U-R-I. It is a very non-standard name. And I was like, ain't nobody out there naming their pattern Zuri. Well, I was wrong. At least 6 or 7 people did name their pattern Zuri. And so I was like, oh, I can do this. There were some really cute tops. There were like 3 or 4 really cute tops, but I want to say they were all knitted. One might have been crochet, but it was a crop top. I'm not crop top ready at the moment. But the tops were knitted. They were cute, but I've done and am doing and plan to do so many knitted tops lately that I didn't want to add another. And I told you guys I have been ignoring my hooks lately, so I do want to reintroduce myself to my crochet hooks. Oh, I forgot a project. I'll have to bring it. I do actually have a crochet project I have been working on since I talked to you last, and it's beautiful. So I picked this crochet infinity scarf, and the pattern used like a 3-weight cotton, I want to say, like a milk cotton, which I don't have any 3-weight cottons, but I have like this. I have some other like similar ones too. Like I have the Lucky Brand ones that were similar to this, the Lucky Brand bamboos. But I like this, you know, I love this color. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to use this. So I'll buy the pattern and I'll see how much yarn it takes. And if I have enough of these, because I only have these 3, if I have enough, then I'll do that. Well, the pattern, I bought the pattern. I'm a little bit regretting it. The pattern, one, it doesn't tell you like how much of any of it you'll need, like it takes, because you just, I guess, go till you're done. But I at least wish she had told how much, like at least her example took. But oh well. And honestly, so the pattern was only $4, so it's nothing like terrible, but it's $4 for what is essentially a whole bunch of half double crochets, you know, like it's nothing groundbreaking. There's like one design element that makes it not simply half double crochets, like around and around and around, but I don't know, I wouldn't have even charged for that probably. But you know, everyone's entitled to make their own money, and it still took time, and it still took you know, planning. It's just like the pattern, if the pattern had given like more specific details, at least to make it the way that she did it, then I'd be fine. But she was like, it says like make such and such amount of chains, or how many ever you want, whatever, you know. And then it's like, just go to, so like there's like 3 steps to this pattern, and pretty much it's kind of like, you know, it's all vibes, do what you feel like, which is great. But I don't know, it's fine though. In the spirit of like the actual like crochet along project, I'm still gonna do it, and it's, you know, it's gonna be still like a nice infinity scarf, which I love me an infinity scarf. I used to wear them a lot, like in the OOs, like a nice deep, like a wide one that you can kind of like pull over your head, like you can wrap around and pull over your head like a hood. Like it's just so awesome. I love those. So I haven't worn them. I have a couple, but I don't wear them as often as I used to. Actually, the very first thing that I knit and finished was an infinity scarf a long time ago. Not that long, like 6 years ago. I guess that's long. Anyway, so that's next. So I'm gonna probably go ahead and cast this on tonight. I'm going to try to do the foundation stitches instead of a chain, which was actually that was one of the virtues of this pattern, is where like she's like, chain this many, I think it's like 200 and something, but then she's like, or if you don't like working with chains, then do a foundation. I was like, I will do a foundation, thank you for that suggestion, or I will try, because I've never done one, so I have to look it up. But I'm gonna probably start that tonight, just to get that going. And yes, so that's coming with me on my trip. So this trip, I'll be gone. I'm leaving on Sunday. I'll be flying back next Friday. It's for kind of like, technically like my company does like their welcome week, which I think is like kind of orientation for new employees, all new employees, because we don't just do engineering. kind of thing. I did mine virtually back in like 2021, and you can do it virtually, but so we just had a reorg, and like the organization that we're now under, the business unit that we're now under, they actually like to fly in all their engineers, like kind of have a little bit of a like family reunion, also surrounded like around the welcome week. There's lots of events, there's like vendor dinners. I have like 3 of those for next week. There's there's a bunch of stuff, and then like a lot of my team doesn't have a whole lot of remote engineers. I am one though. My very favorite coworker, who's one of the guys that interviewed me, so it was probably the first person on the team I met. He is also remote, so he's flying in. He's like my absolute favorite, and we've never met in person. He's the person that, like, when I'm just stuck, or like when I'm too embarrassed to ask for help in like a wider forum, like, hey, can you help me with this? And he's always like just the friendly. He's Canadian, so all of the stereotypes that go along with having a Canadian friend, he is that. Very personable, very friendly, my absolute favorite. But yeah, so I'm going to be actually very busy. I know we have a trip to Disneyland planned for after hours one night. I will be so tired. We're going at 5:30, which will be 8:30 my time. I know last time they did something like this, they were there really late. This was not when I wasn't on this. I wasn't there, but one of my other coworkers, who's also remote, flew in a few months before I was there the last time. And a bunch of people went to Disneyland, and apparently they were there till late. So it's gonna be bad. Last time when I did go to California, and we had like just a team dinner, it was like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I was just like, everyone's talking around me. I'm just like, carry on, guys. So I was gone. So it's gonna be a very tiring week. So I don't know how much I'm actually gonna get done. I'm staying in the same hotel as a lot of the other guys that are flying in, the other people that are flying in. So I know, and it's like a walking distance to like our job. So we're just gonna have breakfast all together, I think, and then walk over in the mornings. So I'll be really busy is my point. Just like, besides just work, there's gonna be like at least 3 dinners to do and some other stuff. So we're gonna be very busy. But I'm going to try to find some time. If nothing else, I'll have airport time and just like an airplane ride times. It's a 5-hour flight. I'll have time to knit and crochet. Okay, so those 2 are coming with me, probably plus 1 more, but I'm gonna try to get this done. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna try to get this done before I go so that I can have a brand new sock to take with me. We are very close. I have 30 more stitches to go. Less than 30. Well, a little more than 30 to go, because these are like the 3 more sets of 10 that I gotta do before I do the heel. Not the heel, the toe, and close it up, and then I'm done. So this is a sock that goes with this sock, which is going to be a Christmas present for my cousin. I love how perfectly they match up. This is like magic. Because the other socks that I've made, 2 or 3 other socks that I've made, I did not match them up. Some of them came out close. The first sock came out relatively close, but not exactly. So I'm going to get that done before I go, because I want to start a new pair. I actually ordered I ordered like 3 or 4 new like size 1 needles, like some longer and some a little bit shorter, because, okay, I'll show you this. I've also been working on this. So this is one of the ones that my boss had sent to me. And these, I want to say, are 20. Let me see, I have another one. These are 24 inch. Oh, did I order 24 inch? No, hopefully I ordered 32. I know I ordered 40 and I think 32. 32, these are 32 inch. And they're probably the sweet spot. I wanted to try 40 because I want to try to do 2 at once. These are 24. They're just a smidge short to do magic loop. Not terrible, but just a little bit awkward when like pulling out and coming around. These are the ones that I keep in my purse. So they're my like soccer practice socks. They're my like my mom had a doctor's appointment today. They were like those. They are coming out really beautiful. My goodness, look at these colors. These are also going to my cousin's family. I made a mess. I dropped that box and everything in it. These are also going to my cousin's family. This is going to her son. These are for her husband, the greens. My cousin, the mom, the wife, is the one that I'm biologically related to. So her husband's getting the greens. Her son is getting these. I gotta make him big because he's a size 14. So that's why I have more than this of this color, but I have at least these two more. But yeah, so these are gonna be huge. I'm not gonna take, well, no, I don't think I'm gonna take, this is not, I don't think the one I'm gonna take with me. The reason why, the actual reason why I originally ordered some more needles is because, I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see how something happened to these? I don't know what, if they just got jammed in my purse or what, but this side of it, you see it doesn't, the interface doesn't smoothly connect the points to the needle. This side is fine, so I don't know if you guys can see the difference. It's not gonna focus probably. I'm trying to give you something dark as the background, but also not my face. But so here, the yarn catches. See this? It catches like on this side of the needle. And I've been dropping stitches a lot while working this and just having a lot of problems. I think part of it, it's only been the last few weeks that like a week or two that I noticed this. But I think part of it is because it's so hard, like the yarn doesn't want to smoothly slide off of the needle, so I'm fighting it and then I end up dropping stitches. So I was like, okay, I can't really use these anymore, especially since I don't use these at home. These are the ones I use when I'm watching my kid play soccer, when I'm waiting for stuff, when I'm talking to doctors, like I'm distracted. I can't be fighting with this yarn, with these hoops, these stitches on this thing. Wow, like that. So, and with the short cord. So I ordered, that's the main reason. I was like, I need to order some new ones. Even though I knew I had this one that I haven't even opened, I was like, it's still gonna be too short. So yes, my point is that oh, they were supposed to come today, but I'm gonna probably just leave these at home and I'm gonna start a new set. I think maybe not, because if I'm done with the blue green ones, then I will have I think the bandwidth to have another pair. Like I think I can handle having 2 pair of socks on the needles. Sorry, I'm a little tangled. But I don't think it'll be this one, unless maybe it will. I think I will, maybe I'll start this one. But I know, so I know the favorite colors of everyone in my cousin's family, and purple is not one of them. So I don't know if I will use this. This is the final one that I got from that little surprise from my boss. It's a Scopal Cat. What is your name? It's a weird name. It says Cat Pruitt Admiral. I don't know. Maybe Cat Pruitt is the name of the person. Then who's Scopal? See? I believe this is made in Germany. It is made in Germany. I have no idea what this actually is though. Admiral, okay, it says Admiral Cat Print. Oh, Cat Print. That looks like it says Pruitt. Am I wrong? It's probably backwards for you. But anyway, it's Cat Print. It says it here. Anyway, I don't know if I'll take this, only because, so my cousin, her husband, and her daughter, all 3 of their favorite colors blue. Their son's favorite color is red. And then her mother's favorite color is green. So no one has purple. And I know this because I made them all blankets in their favorite color. I made them all blankets in their favorite color a few years ago. And not blankets, pillows. A few years ago. So that's how I know I got from them. I'm not sure. Because I know I'll have to see what all I have. But I'm going to take at least one other pair of socks with me. So I'll take one pair of socks. I'll take these and I'll take this. And I think that's going to do it. I'm going to pause and I'll show you this last project I got going. But I don't think I'm going to take it. It's my other crochet project. You have seen it before, but it's grown. So let me show you it. Hang on. I left it in the room. Okay. I'm back. So this is it's so big, dragonfly. Oh, you're so beautiful. This is my dragonfly wrap. It's a Bag O' Day pattern made with I should grab the other. I have a full cake of this, but this is one of the Hirschner's Millen cakes. Probably came from Hobbii or Yarn Art or something. It is very beautiful. It goes from this really deep maroon Merlot wine color to these very like fruity pinks. I'm still in the pink now. It's gonna go to like a peachy color a little bit and then into the yellow. And then what I'm gonna do is I am going to start in the middle for the next cake and come back out, and then it'll just be a giant beautiful wrap. If it ends up too big and it turns into a lap blanket of some sort, I will not complain. But it's not too bad. If I put it around my neck, around my body, try not to lose any stitches. It's longer than my wingspan. Well, you just want to be all tangled. Is it? Are you longer than my wingspan? I don't think by much though. Let's see. But I want a wrap that's longer than my wingspan because I want to be able to wrap it. Yeah, just a little bit. So on this side, we got that much hangover. On this side, we got this much, which is quite a bit of hangover. But then we're gonna drape it around our shoulders. But it'll be bigger and it'll just wrap all around me, and I think it'll be nice and warm. So this is what we are gonna do. This is my bedside project, so I usually work on this at night till my husband comes home and makes me turn the lights off. So that's what we're doing. But I think we're gonna put this aside just for the next couple days to finish this sock. So that way it's just off the needles, and I have these needles free. And maybe another set of needles free. I got the 2 needles that I got. I want to say they are ChiaoGoo. I couldn't find, I'm a Knit Pro girl. But I think I couldn't find any on Amazon when I was like searching. I think I got 2 pairs of 32s and 2 pairs of 40s. And I know at least one set is ChiaoGoo. I don't remember what the other set is. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish. Today's Wednesday. I can finish these socks by then. So you will probably come with me though. Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. I'm having a great time. I'm really loving this. Really, really, really loving this. I'm glad I tried it. So we're just gonna have to practice our tension on our Fair Isle so we don't get bunching. But you guys tell me, do you think this will, you guys that are a little more experienced, do you think that this will block out? I feel like it will, but I don't know, because I'll be blocking anyway. And then after I'm done with that, we're gonna move on to this. This is the cable. This is called, what's your name? Honeycomb Erin by Yarnspirations. So this is gonna be my Sister Michael sweater, using the same yarn, but in like fisherman off-white. So I don't know how well you guys can see that. My husband saw this on the printer and he wants one. I don't know if this is a unisex pattern. I feel like it looks, I don't know if it's just the way she's wearing it or what, but I feel like it has some shaping to it, but it may just be the way it hangs on this person. But I'm sure I can find one. That he can wear too, if this does. I haven't actually looked at the pattern to see if it has shaping. Ooh, there's a lot. You know what? One thing I do like though is that in our inspirations, they make their sizes each a different color. Hopefully that's not too much info. It's a free pattern, and I'm sure it's just some random thing in the middle. But so you don't have to like go in and like always either highlight your size, or you know, or always try to remember where your size is. You can just go ahead and you just know what your color is. So I think I like that. Anyway, I have rambled for 30 minutes. I have nothing else to ramble about. I will see you guys probably not next week, because I will be traveling, unless I have time to do a little something in my hotel room at some point and just say hi and show you what I've got. Maybe, we'll see. But like I said, I'll be busy and I'll be tired. So it may be the week after next when I get back that I can show you guys what's going on, and hopefully I'll have, what do I think I'll have done? I should have this done. This, I don't think it's gonna take long. Like I said, it is half double crochets. Round and round and round until I'm sick of them. I think I can have that done. Like I said, I know I'll have this done. If I take this sock, it will be done. Maybe. Let me not promise that, no. Okay. So the next things I will definitely show you are a completed pair of socks. And by definite, I mean maybe. You know, who knows? And a beautiful teal lichen colored infinity scarf. And that'll be it. But I'll have most of a sweater, I feel like. I'll have most of a sweater. I think that's fair. Those are goals. Those are goals. All right. Till then, I'll see you guys later. Have a great week and a half. I hope that everyone is enjoying their crafting. Really quickly, if you would like to like, if you would like to comment, if you would like to subscribe, I would appreciate it. Especially comments and likes, but comments. I really do like your comments. I don't get a whole lot, but the ones I get, I really like. I know sometimes I'm really good about responding. Sometimes I am really not good, but I promise you I read them. I promise you they make my day. I promise you I feel like all of you guys are like my very special friends. Those of you that are like always really consistent with like commenting and saying hi and telling me what's going on with your lives. Love it. Feel free, like I always say, I'm gonna put my email address down in the description box. Email me, let me know what you are working on. I will be happy to, if you give me permission, if you want to send me pictures, I'll be happy to share them and we can just talk about them, and I'll ooh and ah over them, because y'all are probably magical and so much better than me. If you make something with a project, like with a yarn that I sent you in a mystery box, then send me a picture, because I really want to see it. Because I promise you, almost everything that I've ever bought, I've been like, oh, I can make this with it, and I have like it in my head what I'm gonna make with it. And then, you know, either just from like realizing that's actually not a good idea, or just not having time to work with it, or whatever reasons, like I didn't make those things. But from a lot of that stuff, I can remember what I thought it would be good for. So then like I would want to see what you guys came up with, and then we can talk about it. I can be like, oh, I thought I was gonna do this. Thought I was gonna make a blanket, but they made a jumper, you know? Look at me, jumper, or whatever. So I would love to like just compare notes and things like that. So if you use a yarn that you got from me, send me a picture of what you made, and I'll be so excited. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be it for real. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great few days. Love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.